Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Peaceful Challenge. Most of the vine farm has been built up, just missing some of the redstone here on the side. And I want to add another part to it. At the moment there's no way to store all the vines, and you probably won't even store the vines directly. You might put them directly into a crafting system and make the mossy stone out of it. So let's quickly design the automatic mossy cobblestone and mossy stone brick crafting and storage system. So I think 20 double chests is definitely enough. I think it's also best if we choose which one we want to produce. So there's like a switch. We can select between cobblestone and stone bricks. Another option would have been to make a 50-50 item splitter and basically produce both at the same time. But I think it's better if we choose. In case we need a lot of one type, then it's definitely good to have an option to only focus on one. Alright, so storage is clear. Next thing we need would be the crafting system. And I think I know how to do this already. So we will probably need, the crafting recipe is quite simple. So just stone and vines in any order, really. Should be super simple. We're gonna make it in a way, as soon as vines are incoming, we're gonna activate the stone dropper as well. So we will have like a hopper line feeding the dropper here. Then we can take an output to comparator and immediately power both droppers. So just need some blocks here and a bit of redstone dust. Like that, and a node block for the block update. So both are QC powered now. Just put node blocks above and a hopper below. Both items will be put in the same time. That's why the hopper will take out the mossy stone directly. So we don't even need to lock any hoppers like this. Okay, so we got cobblestone in here. Let's put in the vines there. That's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. And we get the mossy cobblestone here. Okay, so this would be the crafting system. Now we also need cobblestone. Since this could maybe run for a while, I was thinking we should maybe build the little cobblestone system again. But obviously we also need stone bricks. So cobblestone we can make directly. Stone bricks we actually have to smelt the cobblestone to turn it into normal stone, then craft it into stone bricks. So we also need some fuel to smelt the cobblestone. I think it wouldn't be worth it to make some kind of farm that produces it on site. We now have the really good kelp farm. You can just bring over kelp blocks and use that as fuel. I think it would be the best alternative, but it's also going to require some effort. Okay, got a bit more progress to show. So I added the moss stone crafting system to the storage system directly. And here we will have a double chest that will be filled with either cobblestone or stone bricks. And whenever one of those is low, basically you got a bit of logic. A line here will turn on the cobble farm. Still need to add that. But obviously we also need stone bricks, so we need to smelt the cobblestone first. That's why I added a furnace array here. The moment output is here, but here we need a new component. We need a stone brick crafting system that can handle hopper speed. So this would be very similar to the crafting system we made for the snowballs a while ago. So we craft the snowballs into snow blocks. It's always a bit tricky with the 2x2 crafting recipes because you always need a dummy item. So 2 stone, then any item we'd later take out, and 2 stone again. Then we take that out and can craft the stone bricks. So I'm gonna check out the world with the snowball crafting system again, but I think I might redo it because I really want to try to get a system that works at hopper speed. Alright, so I redid the snowblock crafting system, made it a lot more compact, but I'm using a hopper minecart now. Usually I try to avoid using hopper minecarts because those tend to create quite some lag. But if you only have a single one, this is basically negligible. So we don't need to worry about that much. So the trick of using hopper minecart is that it can actually take out an item out of the container above every single tick. While a hopper can only put in items into the container every 8 ticks. So we can clear the complete crafting table, so that means 4 stone bricks and the dummy item in 5 ticks. So yeah, we do this quick enough, then hopper above, can't even put in an item before it's already cleared. Okay, here you can see it. Bam. Soon as we got the right amount of items in, basically take it out immediately. Okay, apart from that, this is basically working single strength dependent. We take comparator output out of the crafting table, and once we reach high enough single strength, so once we got 5 items in there, we unlock the activator rail, so that means the hopper minecart can take out items. Okay, let's put in one more. There you go. Okay, the rest is pretty much the same compared to the snowball or the honey block crafting system. Once we put 2 items in there, single strength is high enough to activate the dummy dropper here, the dummy item dropper. Alright, we just had to make sure that we also dispense 4 stone bricks each time. That's why we got this little system here at the bottom. So this redstone lamp will turn on, detected, the piston fires. If the redstone lamp turns off again, the piston fires again. So in total we always get 4 pulses and it will dispense the stone bricks. So a lot of those hoppers are also backed up. So the only items that the minecart can take out of the crafting table would be the dummy item and the stone brick. The rest here is really completely backed up. I'm using here the redstone blocks as a dummy item, but obviously we would use something like iron nuggets in survival. Okay, that's it. That's all we need. This would be the stone block, or yeah, the stone brick crafting system. It's really compact and can handle the speed of the furnace array. Time for a really big progress update. We're back in survival. The rest of the AFK vine farm has been built up during a live stream, and I put together the rest of the crafting system in creative and also build it up already. So let's actually check it out. So I was just putting more of the puzzle pieces together. What I added was the cobble farm, as I said. The one we already used, for example, for the piston crafting system that produces around 12,000 cobble power. That's all we need. So we turn this on in case we fall under a certain threshold of stone or stone brick items. So the cobble that is produced follows this water stream here and is then distributed to some chests. Probably the best if I go in free cam real quick. So let's check it out. So here we got a double chest and some comparators in the back. So we only start the cobble farm if we intend to produce at least a double chest worth of it. The reason is I don't want to turn on the farm and turn it off immediately again every 10 seconds. So in case this chest is empty, we start the cobble farm, and once it's completely filled up again, this produces a bit more than we actually need in order to craft the mossy stone brick, then it turns off again. This also helps to not waste fuel. So here we got the furnace array, which we use kelp blocks to fuel for. Now if you would turn this on all the time and turn it off again, then a lot of the time the furnaces are lit, the kelp, they wouldn't be used. So we produce a whole batch of at least double chest worth of stone bricks. That means the furnace array is working a bit more efficient and not as much fuel is wasted. Okay, that's pretty much it. So there's only a switch here, so you can select between the mossy cobble or the mossy stone brick. In case the mossy stone brick is selected by the system here in the back, so this works automatically, you can just pull out the glass block here, and then the cobblestone drops into the hopper here, distributed over the furnaces, and then sent here into the crafting system for the stone bricks. And the stone bricks follow this water stream again, and I put into the double chest here. Yeah, and the vines we get from the farm, they also follow this water stream here. It's all underground. It looks a bit better. And are sent here over to the crafting system. Depending on the switch we have here, we either send it to the mossy stone brick side or the mossy cobblestone side. Okay, so that's the whole system. Works great. We've actually been AFKing here for, I think, 3 days already. There were some issues actually with the farm. Some items got into the system that shouldn't be there, and a player picked up a concrete block, and the farm wasn't basically running for a whole day. But by now we got a really good amount of mossy cobblestone. So we got 10 double chests, a little bit full of mossy cobblestone, and even more stone brick, mossy stone brick. So we got almost 17 double chests of mossy stone bricks. So this should be enough for any of the build projects we have on the server. It would be a bit unsatisfying to not show the farm running, so let's check that out as well. So I got another account here. is shearing the vines for us. And you can also see the shear distribution system. So every couple seconds, new shears come in. So we don't lose a lot of efficiency in case the shears break. Okay, and here's the recycling system. Shears goes back into the hopper, is picked up, and then send up the item elevator again, and will be offered again to the AFK player. Okay, then most of the most of the vines, they fall in the water and drop down here in the back into another water stream. Some are picked up by the hopper and then also dispensed here at the bottom. But those are the ones coming from the hopper, and here are the ones from the water stream. So here they merge again and are then sent to the crafting system. So here we've got the vines incoming, and here they combined the stone bricks. And yeah, here we can see the Mossy stone bricks filling up the storage again. Okay, one more thing I could show is what happens if the buffer storage would run out of the stone bricks. So I'm just gonna throw some out. Can afford it. Okay, now we get the case soon that we're out of stone bricks. Guys also have to empty the hopper. There we go. And now the cobblestone farm in the back is turned on. Anytime soon, cobble will be incoming. Here drops down. It's fed into the furnace. And anytime the furnace array will turn on as well. Yep, there we got the first batch. Then let's check out the crafting system. Smooth stone line. Items incoming. Crafting table, perfect. Getting stone bricks here. We go up the item elevator. And as soon as we fill up this chest again, stone bricks, then the cobblestone farm stops. Okay, I can help a little bit of that. I'll just pick up some of that here. Alright, I'd say the vine farm project was a success. We're done here, but we actually need to build the next building block farm. So for the perimeter wall pixel art, we now need a lot of target blocks, around 3,500 actually. So this would first of all require a lot of redstone dust, about 14,000 of that, which we can now definitely get with the trading. So it's not too hard, but the bigger issue is we need also 3,500 wheat blocks, which would mean we need about 30,000 wheat, which is quite a lot. So we need to come up with something. At the moment, in case we need a couple of target blocks, I built a small nano farm hidden under the storage system. It's not really pretty, but functional. So I can show you real quick. Just here in the back, it was meant to be temporary, but it's all temporary things. We kept it around for quite a while now. So I'm just gonna refill it with a bit of bone meal. It's actually 5 dispensers, which we don't need in order to farm wheat. The 4 dispensers would be enough. But in case you wanna use the nano farm for, what do you call it, the beetroot, then sometimes you need even 5 or 6 bone meal attempts. In this case, it's better to have 5 dispensers. It's not really possible to get a 6th ones as well. Okay, so this is how we use it. Let me just grab some seeds. As a kind of byproduct. I don't bother composting them, just let them despawn usually. So grab some seeds, close the door so the light level is low, and then you aim at a dispenser here on the side. And then yeah. You always get 1 wheat item per wheat grown. So this is how we get wheat at the moment. So this works quite nice in case you need a moderate amount. But for 30,000, yeah, wheat items this would be not that nice to use. Mostly because we have to refill the dispensers all the time. Now we could hack something together to make a similar farm. Where we could also refill the dispensers and whatnot. But I actually want to build a different kind of wheat farm. So there's actually 2 ways we could do it. We could use villagers because they also plant the seeds and harvest them. And yeah, use the good old wheat farm where we have hopper minecarts running below the wheat field, pick up the wheat and the seeds. But I want to actually build a farm where the player places the wheat seeds and a machine harvests them and pushes also player around. So if you have seen the Netherwart farm video from a previous episode, the wheat farm I have in mind will look very similar. I found the world again with the Netherwart farm. Here's a quick reminder how it worked. So we got this 4-way flying machine and a player is sitting in a minecart that is stuck in an iron bar, and you just sit in there and place Netherwart here on the side. Yeah, that was the one downside. We actually need to use a clicking script to place it at every block. But we could do something similar, just with the wheat. So we would harvest the wheat, pick up more seeds, and then we can place them immediately again. And below the soul sand, we actually had a ton of hoppers, because this was the easy solution. This is definitely causing quite some lag, but since this is built in a remote area anyway, where nothing else is, it's not a big deal. And we have enough iron and logs and a hopper auto crafting system. So we could do this again. Instead of soul sand, obviously we would use farmland, which is also not a full block high. That means a hopper could pick up items through the farmland. It's perfect. And yeah, we need to do a couple changes. So first of all, we need hydrated farmland as well. So every couple blocks we would need waterlogged stair or slab to hydrate the farmland around. And crops also need light to grow. But I'm not sure when this was introduced. I think in 1.13 or 1.14. If you have skylight access, crops would also grow at nighttime. Only if you would have blocks above and the skylight is 0, then you would need to add additional block light. But this is not the case here. So I'm just gonna adjust the farm here real quick for farmland and wheat seeds. And then we need to also talk about the size of the farm. So the ideal harvest time for the Netherwart was every about 37 minutes, I believe. And with this size of the farm, I think one cycle took a bit over 30 minutes. It was almost ideal. I think with the wheat, you actually have to either make it larger or yeah, hold up the flying machine at the end, so we don't basically break the wheat before it's fully grown. This way we also wouldn't make any profit. Alright, so before we build the farm, we need to do a whole lot of math actually to figure out how long it takes for wheat to grow and what's the ideal point of harvesting it. If we harvest too early, then almost no wheat has grown and we would waste a lot. If we wait too long, obviously, then the cycle time becomes too low. It would also be a problem. There's actually an ideal cycle time to harvest the wheat. Okay, so first of all, let's figure out how long it takes for it to grow. I'm gonna look up the formula for this. Alright, I found it. It's actually gonna be a lot of math we have to do in order to optimize this kind of farm. But yeah, let's quickly go through it. So this is the growth formula for crops, so carrots, potatoes, wheat. What we need to do is determine how long it will take for wheat to grow on average. This is mostly dependent on the amount of hydrated farmland we have around the wheat plant and other factors. Okay, so here's how you calculate it. The wheat is placed on farmland that is hydrated. This gives us 4 points. So this is the formula, how likely it is for wheat to grow if the block is selected by a random tick. So it would be 1 divided by floor of 25 divided by points plus 1. So if we place the wheat on hydrated farmland, we already have 4 points. Then the 8 blocks around the farmland also give extra points. So in case of a dry farmland, it would be 0.25. In case of a hydrated farmland, it would be 0.75. So let's say we take this wheat block, then we got 8 hydrated farmland. So we got 4 points and 8 multiplied by 0.75. This would be 6. So 10 points in total. In case we would take this one here, then we only have 3 additional farmland. So it would be 4 plus 3 times 0.75, so 6.25. If you put this into the formula here, 25 divided by 6.25, this would be 4. Floor is just basically rounding down. So we got 4 plus 1 is 5, 1 divided by 5, 0.2. So 20% chance if a random tick selects this one here, it would actually grow. But there's an additional condition: the points are cut in half if more crops of the same type are around. So this is definitely the case here. So if you have, for example, here another wheat block, the points are cut in half. So in case of this one here, instead of 10 points, you only get 5. That means it will grow slower. One way around this is there's another condition: if the wheat is arranged in rows, so north, south, or east, west, then the points aren't cut in half. So in case you, for example, start your Minecraft world and you want to harvest potatoes and carrots and wheat, then always alternate the rows, because this way the points aren't cut in half and would grow faster. But in our case, we're just going to have wheat only, because it makes the farm a bit easier. So yeah, we're gonna take this hit with the points being cut in half. All right, so in most cases, we will have this situation where we have hydrated farmland, same type, and 8 hydrated farmland around. So this means 25 divided by the points would be 5 plus 1, 6. So there's a 1 in 6 chance that if a random tick selects this block, it would advance to the next stage. In total, there is 7 stages. So fully grown wheat is stage 7. You can see it here on the right, age 0 to 7. So on average, it will take for this type of wheat block 47.78 minutes to be fully grown. But that doesn't mean the best cycle time to harvest a wheat field would be every 47.78 minutes. Using the Poisson distribution, you can determine it. I explained it in a bit more detail already in my video about the amethyst farm. I linked it in the video description if you're interested in that. But using that, the best time or cycle time to harvest would be every 62 minutes. All right, so in case we have a farm where the player would be finished after 30 minutes, we just need to wait another 32 minutes and then start harvesting wheat field again. And this way we get the best results. Another option would be to actually try to make the farm a bit larger than the Netherwood farm. I think here the cycle time was around 35 minutes, so we could use that and then just stop the player for 25 minutes, or we increase the size of it. So the flying machine flies at around 2 blocks per second. If we would have 7,200 blocks to harvest, then it would take about 1 hour to cover. So the size of the Netherwood farm a bit smaller. We could definitely increase the size, maybe something like 85 by 85. And then we already have a cycle time of 1 hour, and then we can just run this continuously without losing any of the efficiency, really. All right, time for a huge progress update. So I adjusted the size of the farm, added some extra systems here in the back, and also adjusted the farm for wheat usage. So we got some farmland, and obviously we also had to hydrate it. Okay, I'd say we're running lower on time. We're gonna build this up in the next episode, and then I'm gonna also explain again how it works a bit more in detail, because I had to add some extra systems here in the back. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks guys for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye!